What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy Trayvon, and I'm back with another reaction video, man. And today we got asking my ex out. Asking my ex to take me back in the dark. You feel me? First off, you know what I'm saying? Let's check they player bills. His posture fucked up. He's scared as hell. She got some good pussy. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment.
What would it take for us to get back together?
The first step would obviously be sobriety. When's the last time you smoked?
Yeah, like a week. I don't know.
That didn't sound confident at
I don't
all.
know the date. I didn't write the date down in my calendar.
If I can't smoke, we can't fuck. If you don't like me smoking, goodbye. Ain't no questions asked. I don't need you, bitch.
Calendar.
Little ass titties. What are they like? Confident. Hello, yo. What is like confronting is the total darkness. In the dark.
What are you doing here?
I am Sam, and I'm going to be talking to my ex-girlfriend.
What do you want to say?
I'm hoping to get some closure.
Bro, why do white people forces always dirty? Your shirt whiter than your shoes. What did you say?
I think just the way that things ended with us, it's just been hard.
That's why she don't want your ass.
Yeah,
Your
I think
force is
there
dirty,
were
bitch.
resolutions and sort of developments that have happened since we ended things that I would like to talk about.
Why don't you feel closure?
I feel like we didn't really get into the nitty gritty of like why we
I fuck with her. She low-key fine. Like,
broke up.
she can suck
Just
some
kind of
mean
ended
dick.
and We transitioned.
Now let me
into
chill. I'm
being
doing too much. I'm
friends.
doing too much.
I'm more of a confrontational person, but I find that other people aren't. So I think that it's more comfortable for other people either to do things over the phone or not face to face, although I guess this will be, but we won't see each other.
Well, you ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Lights off.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, did you switch your pants?
I'm like still
Should I try to
closing
get
my
closer,
eyes.
or- Oh, I feel like we're too close.
Hi.
Hey. Do you want to explain why we're here today?
Well, I think you know that I'm very sorry for the way things ended with us.
I feel like every time you say you're sorry, it just kind of like feels like a slap in the face because I gave you so many chances to fix things and
Okay, I fuck with Phineas and Ferb. He toxic.
just turn
Thought he was a simp. He running over this bitch.
around and
She begging him for to chill.
say, oh, I'm sorry, with no action to back it up was just heartbreaking.
W's in the chat for Phineas.
I'm sorry for lying to her.
About what?
Smoking.
Weed, alcohol, and some other stuff.
Yeah.
I don't drink, but I smoke.
wanted to talk
I
to you
only
because I
smoke
wanted to
weed.
tell
I
you
don't
that I'm
smoke no
sorry.
blacks. Oh, what
I
you say?
think
My
that
bad.
I wanted to talk to you because I wanted to tell you that I'm sorry. I think that I would start out with that. I think there's a lot that I have to apologize for.
I honestly stopped feeling special, you know. A lot of the things stopped that were there in the early stages of our relationship that like, you know, won me over. Part of me feels like you kind of chose work over me, but I also know that like I didn't have a job at the time, so that was a lot of responsibility for
You want him to quit your job so y'all both can be broke and bummy right this bitch?
you.
You
Oh, let me
traumatized
chill.
me a lot
Let me chill.
when it comes to relationships. I've spent the last 2 years overcoming that and healing from that, and I think this is kind of the final thing to really heal from that trauma. Unfortunately, when I look back on our memories, majority of them are bad.
Yeah, it
And
hurts.
one of those memories was you wanted to go meet up with one of your friends who was in town, and you'd been drinking a little too much, and when we got there, you just took tequila shots from him and everything. While I was sitting on the couch, I look over and you're kissing him in the kitchen.
I got so drunk that night that
Nah, I bet you wasn't drunk. I hate when people say that. When you drunk, the truth come out. You been on that nigga. You ain't gay. You want dick.
I fell
All
asleep
these fake gay
naked in my
bitches.
own house alone and peed in my
Say
closet.
something that you peed in your closet.
Yeah, that was not my best night. It's weird to me to think about little moments that you remember that I don't, because they were insignificant to me, but they weren't to you.
I mean, the roughest part of our relationship was probably the beginning. The roughest
I ain't gonna lie. I like her player build. Like, she's sweet. Like, you feel me?
part of our relationship was probably the beginning. You getting over your addiction, but it just ended up being a recurring issue.
I feel like part of me took you for granted a lot, but I also felt taken for granted myself.
And that was the last thing I wanted to do, was make you feel like you're being taken for granted. It was so surreal starting to date you like during the pandemic.
No, yeah, we had so much time together.
And then coming back to reality from that is like, it took like 1,000 steps back.
Chat, what if your
Ever forgotten to record the game-winning play? And
what if your ex call you, be like, I wanna meet up. Let's talk about some stuff in the dark. I'm thinking we fucking.
Made your decisions, did you consider what was at stake? Because I had told you every time, right? I'd always threatened the relationship if you had relapsed or went behind my back.
I feel like I kind of didn't let myself think about the consequences. I just kind of.
You chose not to, or?
Hey, this nigga low key smooth.
Probably.
Like he ain't saying too much, but he know how to get her. You feel me? Like, he know
think
her
one of
type
the
shit.
Biggest dynamics that
What is it? What is this? Kangaroo pouch.
I think
Fuck is this kangaroo
one of the
pouch right here?
biggest dynamics that we had was that you would have very high expectations for me. So I would try to reach whatever standard you set for me, and the moment I got there, you would act like I didn't reach it at all. I remember that conversation kind of, that I told you that you never told me you were proud of me or anything like that, and you're like, why would I be proud of you? You haven't done anything to make me proud of you.
I had a problem with sort of like the negative self-talk in my head, you know, like coaching myself, you know, like, what the fuck are you doing? You're doing this wrong. How are you fucking this up? I think it's been a total slap in the face of how I expected myself to be and other people.
Emiliano, is there anything you think I could give you in terms of closure? Any questions you have unanswered?
Yeah, would you want to get back together at some point?
Well, first of all, I would have to not be seeing somebody right now in a
What?
At some point?
Well, first of all, I would have to not be seeing somebody right now in a
What?
hypothetical sense, hypothetically. Honestly, if we had more time for each other, that's one of the biggest things for me is like
So this bitch-
quality time. Like right place, right
Never
time
mind, bitch,
type
you
of
ugly.
thing.
What would it take for us to get back together?
The first step would obviously be sobriety. When's the last time you smoked?
Yeah, like a week. I don't know.
That didn't
don't-
sound confident at
I don't
all.
know the date. I didn't write the date down in my calendar.
I don't think that.
Hey, I fuck with this nigga, bro. I fuck with this nigga. I fuck with I fuck with Phineas, my
You
nigga.
can even
No, I fuck with
be
Ferg.
friends because you
That's
don't like
Ferg.
getting half of what you wanted, and
You see the look? That's definitely
like
Ferg.
us communicating kind of makes it harder for you to like get over that idea of like hoping and like regret and all those things.
Yeah, I think that after we called things off
You got
for the final
99
time,
problems, but the biggest one is me.
I think that it was a really weird situation for me because I didn't really
Why her pockets
mourn
so
our
small?
breakup for like a year.
Her
I
hand
don't know
barely
if
in
it
her
was just,
pockets.
You know how I used
Look at her hands. Her hands all the way in her pocket. Her shit barely in her pockets. Look at her pockets.
to be really busy and doing things all the time, just sort of like distracted. And so I think that that was,
I got
at first it
99
wasn't
problems.
anything to me, and then it kind of hit me like a wall.
I thought I was fully healed from that, but intuition is weird. And I was thinking about, before I got the text for this, I was thinking about the fact that I want to heal from this fully.
Yeah.
And so it felt like the perfect timing to really just let it go.
Do you think closure's possible at this point?
I think so, with time. Hoping that this conversation helps with that.
I don't know if I'll fully ever get over you going behind my back, but again,
Well,
like you
did.
said, time heals, and I'm ready for the healing.
Yes, sir.
I-
My nigga
I'm so
Phineas
sorry.
in this bitch.
I want to say that I
fuck with
hope that
Phineas.
you
Not Phineas, but Ferg.
really realize your self-worth and how cool of a person that you are, and I hope that this isn't something that you need to do that, because you don't need me to tell you that. I don't know if it's necessarily closure, but just kind of, I guess it would be closure.
Yeah, thank you.
Lights on.
Hi.
Hi. Can I hug you?
Sure.
It's so awkward. Hell you.
What was that?
It was cool.
was cool,
I felt like
like-
I could say a little bit more of what I haven't said to him before.
I liked it a lot. It was.
Bruh, I wish she was my girl, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, bruh.
It's less stressful.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Ferg.
You couldn't
bruh.
see the faces I was making either, so when you were talking, so
Same.
Hold on.
same.
She
couldn't
ugly as fuck with the lights on. I gotta fuck her with the lights off, my nigga.
The faces I was making either, so when you were talking, so
Same.
Same.
Never mind, y'all made for each other. Ferb and
What you looking at?
Ferb and Gabriella.
Me like
You're
that
right,
for?
you're right. I can't judge. I can't judge.
I feel like this has brought us closer. Like,
No, honestly, I do.
I feel like we help each other get out of our comfort zones.
Why do nigga? I think it's better. Have we ever covered on?
That's true.
Whether we're dating or we're not.
Very true.
Is there a future friendship here? Is there a future unblocking from social media?
I don't know about friendship. I think just acquaintances, probably, at least for now. Knowing that you understand your role in our relationship helps me.
You two. I got 99 problems, but the biggest one is me. And hopping out the car, shoot a nigga like 2-3. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. We out, man. Peace.